Okay, hey everybody. Thank you for joining me on a Behind the Music episode. I don't know what episode this is, but we're going to be talking about my new single, the new music video that just came out, Nature is Calling. So, for those of you who are watching that don't know, that aren't familiar, I grew up in the Mojave Desert of Southern California. So, for my first song that came out, I really wanted to do something about my home and where I grew up. And for me, the desert was a really wonderful place to grow up as a kid. There's a lot of lizards and horny toads that shoot blood out of their eyes if you try to pick them up, and rattlesnakes and centipedes and vinegaroons and all kinds of crazy insects, black widows, all kinds of stuff. So if you've never been to the Mojave Desert before, it's pretty radical. The summers are extremely hot. There's gorgeous sunsets all the time. There's a lot of beautiful Joshua trees and plants and wildlife and all kinds of stuff like that. So I just wanted to make a song that I felt like nature was calling to me to come back to music. And at this time in my life, I had been doing filmmaking for like 15 years. And I just kind of threw music to the side and I didn't really do it too much with it. And when the pandemic happened, I got stuck inside and I released that first album, electronic album, and this was the first single I released that had lyrics. And so I just gave it a little bit of thought and I realized, hey, it'd be really cool to just do something about the desert where I grew up and people could see where I'm from and where I got my inspiration and all that. So in the music video, I really tried to show the beautiful sunsets and the clouds and all the plants and the trees and some of the bugs and stuff. I got some shots of ants that weren't used, and I think I had a shot of a hummingbird, and I try to get some more animals in there, but it's kind of hit or miss when you are running around in the desert trying to photograph jackrabbits and stuff. They're really fast. So there's another kind of rabbit here that's called a Cottontail. It's got a white puffy tail, and I really wanted to get one of those, but I couldn't. At my dad's house, actually, they would always come out and eat on the grass. So I was out there with the camera trying to get him a bunch of times, but I couldn't get him. So anyway, this song's really meaningful to me because, it's about my hometown and growing up in the desert, and the lyrics are pretty simple. It's just kind of felt like nature was calling me back to music, and it was kind of hidden away from me, like hidden underneath the trees, hidden under the dirt, under the earth, under the Joshua trees. And it's kind of like it grew up, it sprouted up inside my heart, inside my mind and my spirit. And it was a lot of fun for me. As far as the actual song writing process, it was really quick. I think I made this song, I wrote it, recorded it, and produced it within a couple nights, like a couple hours each night, 3 hours each night or something. And I first composed the beats and the keyboard and stuff. And then, a week or two later, I did the lyrics. One night my dad was asleep and I just started singing into the mic. I kind of was making it up as I went along, but obviously I thought about it a little more than that. But so it was really fun for me. It was pretty quick. I'm still learning the editing programs. This song was actually made on GarageBand, a 10-year-old version of GarageBand, and my laptop's 10 years old. So thank you, Mom, for helping me get my laptop all those years ago when I was in college. And so I'm learning some new programs. I have a lot of new songs that are going to be coming out, and new music videos, all kind of stuff, electronic stuff, acoustic stuff, and just basically have fun as much as I can with what I got. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I have any comments that you guys have. Please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts about the music video, or if you have questions about what kind of cameras I used or how I shot it. I actually used two cameras. One was a Canon 5D Mark III with a 50 millimeter lens. I had another one that was like a 75 to 100 millimeter zoom. And then I had I think it was a Sony camera. My friend Timmy let me borrow. I forgot what kind it is. It might be a Sony A7S. Not two, maybe one, or something like that. But that was it. It was just tripods. It was me and my nephews running around. No big production team or anything like that. All, it was zero budget, zero permits, just kind of quick and dirty style. And one other thing I really tried to do was capture the sunsets. So every single night for 2 weeks straight, I would go out at golden hour, which gives you like this tiny window of time. It's like maybe 15 to 20 minutes. So I could only get maybe 1 or 2 shots a night. There was one morning when I went out early in the morning and got some Joshua trees and stuff. But this video took me like, a long time to make, like probably a month of shooting, just going out every night at that same time, putting on the same outfit and, dancing around, looking like a weirdo, jumping up on top of the hills. Oh, there was this one time that was really funny. We were trying to get this shot with all 4 of me dancing in there. I don't know whose idea. I think I had the idea like, oh, maybe I could get myself multiplied all in one shot to show all the different instruments I'm playing and dancing. And so there was some fire truck that came out of nowhere. And they started coming down this dirt hill, coming down the dirt road. I don't know if it was Jack or Austin was yelling at me, my nephew. Hey, Uncle, there's a fireman coming. Hurry up, hurry up. And if you look really closely on that shot where there's 4 of me dancing, there's actually red lights flickering on, I think it's on the far right, not the keyboard guy, but the one next to it. And that was because the fire department was coming, and they all had their headphones on. They were looking out the window, cracking up at me because, the music's on. I'm sitting there dancing, pretending like I'm singing a song, and there was like nobody around. So that was pretty awkward and embarrassing. But, other than that, it was a lot of fun experimenting. I actually did a storyboard too for the whole music video. Originally, it was going to have a bunch of motorcycle shots in there and drone shots like really high up above the desert through canyons and stuff, just so people could see more of the landscape of the desert where I grew up. But unfortunately, my motorcycle's still in the shop. It didn't get fixed in time, so I wasn't able to include those shots in this video. But I definitely want to use some of those ideas for another music video at some point. But, it ended up working out really great because I had a deadline. This Spotify is actually coming out on Spotify tomorrow, actually. So for those of you watching this, obviously it already came out by now. But I had, some other ideas for the music video that just, wasn't working. So I improvised a lot too. Like I have storyboards that are really detailed, but I wasn't able to use those because the bike wasn't available. So I just ended up dancing around on the hilltops and using a lot of dancing shots basically in replacement and more nature photography. But in the end, I think it came out better because it focuses a little bit more on my personality, my weird dancing, my weirdness, and the desert too. So hopefully people will get to know me a little better after seeing this. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if I missed anything or you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. And I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much.